You know what time it is. Forget the books, forget the juice. Unroll the scrolls, dumb ducks. Yeah, I'm on that.
All right, so welcome back to the Golden Scrolls NBA Picks and Predictions Show. All right, the premier show. If you're trying to get ahead of the game, all right, get a leg in the game, and hit more shots with your aim. You dig? So listen, man, we got a couple games today, but let's go ahead and do some maintenance on what happened yesterday. Yeah, we only had 3 games yesterday. All right, but the thing about it is this, right? Let me make sure. Can you hear me? Testing, right? We had 3 games. We went 1-2. Now, we went 1-2, and, Mama said there'd be days like this. There'd be days like this, Mama said. But the thing about it is we don't want to keep these going. We want to turn them around, but let's go ahead and break it down, because we got to do that so we know where we going, all right? So listen, when it came to the Spurs and the Detroit Pistons, again, Spurs are a hell of a team right now. They proved it, especially going into the Detroit Pistons home court. Now, again, Spurs started off rallying. Pistons came back, they started kind of fighting. It was a cat fight, really. They were scratching and kicking and biting. But, at the end of the day, Spurs went on a couple runs, and, it wasn't enough. No matter how physical the bad boys, they were channeling the bad boys energy of the old Detroit Pistons, all right? But no matter how physical they got, they still were not able to get ahead and got hit at home, man. It happens sometimes, all right? It happens. So, again, that's why we never bet more than we can afford to lose. Correct? Exactly. Now, when it came to the Kings and Grizzlies, again, you got to think about this, right? This is one of the things I had to think about and have to remind myself, right? So, listen, this is the truth. The Kings' record is 13-46, right? Now, them being the worst team in the NBA, that's okay, but listen to this. They won 13 games. So, this is the logic behind that. My logic and rationale, right, going forward. When I look at games like that, right? When it's like, the Grizzlies suck and the Kings suck. They both tanking. These both franchises who aren't really showing up to play games right now, it seems like, They just showing up so they won't get fined, But with the Kings, they got to beat somebody. And again, they're not that bad. They're not that bad talent-wise. So them grabbing the Grizzlies is not really that crazy to me. So, it happens. It happens. But the Grizzlies at home are usually a pretty good team. Shit happens. It is what it is. Now, for the one that I'm sorry. I put that in. I'm just so used to putting the wins, man. I get kind of throttled when we get them losses, man. So we lost 2. I'm sorry, actually that. So we lost Spurs and we lost the Kings. Now we did win Jazz Rockets. Now again, this is what also leads me to something that I'm going to go deeper on, because again, we always talk about never doing more than 1 to 2% of your portfolio. But again, I think there comes times, especially when it's days like this, there's not many games, and it's like, why do I want to diversify into losers when I could just, go all in on the winner? What's the odds that the Jazz were going to beat the Rockets? I don't think it was very good odds. So at that point, instead of going 1 to 2% everything, right? Why don't we just go 10%? All right, 10% into the Jazz Rockets. But that's something I'm going to be talking about soon, more and more as we go on. I'm also going to do a webinar on it. So when you do see that plugger or the advertisement, make sure that you sign up for that. All right, we're going to talk about the 10% rule. All right, let's find out. And we're going to also delve into it a little bit here so you kind of get a preview of that. All right, so let's go ahead and start it off today. So first game coming out, we got the 76ers versus the Pacers. I already got the Scrolls. She's listening. She's locked and loaded. Give me what you got. All right, Scrolls, give me the breakdown.
Snapping a 4-game skid Sunday. Defense solid. Offense clicking with Embiid if he plays. But Paul George still out. Suspension. So backcourt thin. Maxey carries. Tyrese Harris steps up. Pacers 28-30. Bottom East. Home 8-14. Offense leaky at 112 allowed. But Halliburton dishing 8 assists lately. No major injuries. Halliburton, Turner full go. Odds, Sixers minus 4.5 spread. Minus 110. Moneyline PHI, minus 190. Indy plus 160. Total 232.
All right, that's enough on the Scrolls. Because again, the Scrolls can't be perfect every time. She doesn't know. Because again, she doesn't understand that, it's the Million Man March on the bench right now at the Indiana Pacers, baby. Are they at home? Yeah, they're at home, right? No, they're at home, right? So again, this is one of those games, right, that we talk about now, right? Because they think about the Rockets and the Jazz game yesterday. This was the spread. It looks something like this, right? 80 to 21%. And when I look at this, my thing, I say to myself, what could go wrong? How many things would have to go wrong in order for the Pacers to beat the Philadelphia 76ers? No, we know. Now, again, Paul George is out, yes. Joel Embiid is questionable, yes. But we still got Tyrese Maxey. And we still got the kid, the rookie. You know, he's Edgecombe. We still got them guys in the great backcourt. And again, Philadelphia is still a great team in general. You know, even without the stars, even though they're shaky, night and day team without Embiid, and then they always have been worse without Paul George. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. But with that being said, again, I'm going Sixers for sure here. I'm going Sixers, but it's one of those things where, you know, I'll have to come down to, you know, I'm gonna do more deep thought about it, you know. But it might be one of those things where I go 5%. 5% or 10%. But in doing that, again, because again, you're betting more in one realm, you don't want to overbet because again, it's still your portfolio. So that's going to take away from other bets that are shaky, that are kind of more so even, more coin flip, coin toss, who knows type bets. Those are the ones we kind of want to, you know, stay away from, especially when we do get presented with these, you know. Because again, it's not, here's the thing, unless you just have fun betting. If you're having fun betting, having fun predicting, have fun gambling at that point in time, that's fine. But again, if you really want to build a philosophy, you want to build a strategy which enables you to win constantly, then, you know, these are things that you need to look at if you want to win money, you know. But, you know, so again, with that being said, I'm going to 76ers in that game. Let's move on. All right, so the next game is going to be the Knicks versus the Cavaliers. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's access scrolls. All right. Hey, so the New York Knicks are playing against the... how did I miss that? The New York Knicks are playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Give me a breakdown of that game.
Got it. Knicks at Cavs tonight. Pulling the latest now. Yeah, Caleb. Pre-game breakdown for the New York Knicks at Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. February 24th, 2026, 7:30 p.m. Eastern to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Peacock stream. Knicks 37-21. Third East. Road solid. Defense elite. Brunson dropping 25 plus easy. Towns double-double machine. Cavs 36-22. Top East. Home killers 22-13. Mitchell cooking. Mobley Allen rim protection. Injuries. Knicks. Mitchell Robinson day-to-day ankle. Questionable. But starters full. Brunson, Anunoby, Randall, Towns, Hart. Cavs. Max Strus foot out. Rest healthy. Mitchell, Garland, Mobley, Wade, Allen. Odds, Cavs -4 to -4.5 spread, -110. Moneyline CLE, -165 to -172. Knicks +130 to +145. Total 230 to 231. Leans under. Both D clamps, low scoring grind expected. Trends. Knicks 2-0 versus Cavs this season, covered both. Cavs 5-game home win streak, but Knicks 5-3 ATS road lately. Head-to-head, tight rivalry, NYK edges recent ones. My lean, Knicks, +4. They're hot, Towns feasts inside, Cavs miss Strus perimeter. If Mitchell drops 30, CLE covers. Close either way. Under smart, defense battle. Props. Brunson over 24 points. He owns big games. Towns over 19.5. He boards heavy. Here's Rocket Mortgage pre-tip. Red blue glow, packed crowd roaring, Cavs intro lights, and Donovan Mitchell mid-range. Guys, the Cavs spark tonight. Jalen Brunson driving. Knicks engine on the road. Want SGP like Knicks +4 plus under? Let's cash this one.
All right, so with that being said, give me a second.
Yeah, with that being said, Knicks at Cavs tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Scrolls. It's my turn to talk scrolls. All right, so yeah, with that being said, I'm going to go with the New York Knicks in this game. Now, again, here's the thing. This is a close spread. Again, 1 to 2% bet here. Those are the safe ones we talk about, right? Because it's an unsafe game, so we make safe bets in unsafe games, right? But I like the Cleveland Cavaliers. I mean, I like James Harden. I like Donovan Mitchell. I like the new core group that they're trying to build there. The Knicks have beat them twice. A lot of times it's hard to beat NBA teams 3 times in a row. All right. But I don't know. Let me see. They played. Everybody's arrested. Yeah, nobody played yesterday. Last time they came out, Cavs beat the Thunder. Cavs lost to the Thunder, and the Knicks beat the Bulls. All right, so, all right, I don't know. I'm thinking Knicks in this situation. All right, Cavaliers are at home, so I mean, you're lucky. Oh no, it stopped recording again on me. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this going. I don't even care because I'm okay. Here's what it is. All right, so this video is gonna be all audio, unfortunately, but you know it is what it is. That's how the video rocks with me sometimes. All right, let's see. Actually, let me see if I can get to the second half. Let's see. No, it's not. Give it to me. All right, back onto it, man. So again, yeah, I'm gonna go Knicks there in that situation on. All right, you can fade if you want to. I understand if you do, but if you don't, then don't. Okay, you with me? Now we're going Wizards Hawks. See what we got here. Not that click. Click it here. Hey, so the Washington Wizards are playing the Atlanta Hawks. Give me a breakdown of that game.
Got it. Wizards at Hawks tonight. Pulling the latest breakdown now. Yeah, Caleb. Pre-game breakdown for the Washington Wizards at Atlanta Hawks tonight. February 24th, 2026, 7:30 p.m. Eastern at State Farm Arena. Wizards 16-40, dead last East. Road dogs. Offense sputtering at 110 average. Defense leaky. Injuries gutting them. Alex Sarr hamstring out 2 weeks. Jordan Poole questionable, shoulder. Kyle Kuzma ankle probable but limited. Thin everywhere. Hawks 28-31, 9th East. Home solid. Jalen Johnson leading at 20+ PPG. Trae Young dishing if he plays, but backcourt depth shaky. No major outs. Johnson, DeJounte Murray full go. Odds, Hawks minus 13.5 spread, minus 105. Moneyline ATL minus 850. Wizards plus 575. Total 236.5 to 238. Leans over. Hawks push pace. Wizards leak points. Model gives ATL 80% win chance. Blowout alert. Trends, Hawks 5-3 ATS home lately. Wizards 110 road SU. Covered 0 of last 6 as double-digit dogs. Head-to-head, ATL won both earlier this season by double digits. My lean, Hawks cover easy. They're deeper. Johnson feasts on weak D. Wizards short-handed. If Trae drops 25, easy roll. Over's tempting. Scoring ugly but high. Props.
All right, so let me see. Cut her off. All right, so another game, man. Now this is another one of those games that we talked about earlier. All right, this is one of those games where it could be 5 to 10%. Now again, this is tricky here. All right, this is the tricky one. All right, it's going to be another game that's going to be a 10%, 5 to 10%. I'm going to show you, but again, this one's tricky here because again, the Hawks did beat them twice again. Another time, right? Another one. The Hawks beat them twice. It's hard to beat a team 3 times. The Wizards aren't that bad. All right, I know LaMelo and them went in there and showed out on the other day, but the Wizards have beat some pretty decent teams. Now, again, I am liking the Hawks right now. That's what I'm saying. After LaMelo and them lost, I started running with the Hawks. All right, that was my next bandwagon team. And so the Hawks have been doing their thing. You know, I like the Hawks. So I'm going to go with the Hawks here. And again, this might be it's a tricky one. So again, even though I would say this, and again, that's why I say some of this, it has to be your own opinion, your own bias. You got to use your own mind sometimes. But because of the nature of this game, and the Hawks are still young, they still haven't earned. You got to earn the right to be a 10%. I might still do 1 to 2% in this game. Now, if the Hawks keep showing me, keep pulling these out, then that's when they move their way up the ladder and you start putting that 5 and 10% and trusting them a little further than you normally would. All right, so that's my advice to you. And let's move right along to our next game. We have the Mavericks playing the Nets. All right, I'm not going to even ask the scrolls about this game. I'm going to go ahead and give you a breakdown on this one. All right, when it comes to the Mavericks Nets, I'm going Nets here. I think the Mavericks, let me look at the injuries right now. The Mavericks Nets. Yeah, Dallas is hurt. Dallas still has Cooper Flag out. You know what I mean? They got Kyrie out. They still got everybody's out. All right, nobody's in. Everybody's out. Brooklyn, everybody's in. And they got their full team. It's a full NBA team versus an NBA team that's already a struggling team. I think they lost 10 out of the last 11 or something like that. So with that being said, I know the line. I don't know if the line even is reflecting that. You know what I mean? That's what I was saying. Sometimes you got to just use your own better sense. You know what I mean? But yeah, the line's not reflecting it. They're saying Mavericks still win. I don't know. Again, I just told you your injury report. We got Gafford out, Martin out, Flag out, Lively the second out, Kyrie Irving out. But the Brooklyn Nets don't have anybody out. So I guess everybody just fading. You're fading Nets, but again, sometimes when people fade, one man's fade is another man's treasure. So I think we're gonna pick this one up like Barry and run with it. All right, into the end zone. And I'm very safe betting with the Nets in that situation, in that case. All right, moving right along. Now we got our next one. All right, next 10%, we got the Hornets versus the Bulls. All right, so listen. Again, you know me. You know I love the Bulls. You know, shout out to Michael, shout out to Scotty, shout out to Tony, Luke, Kerr, Longley. You know, everybody, but they're not there no more. You know, the Bulls are looking very lonely and looking very unhungry, actually. You understand me? So with that being said, my Hornets, they back to it. You know, LaMelo might not be able to drive his car, but he can drive to the basket. All right, and he can shoot real far also as well. And I think he does a lot of that at the Bulls here at home right now. They're actually the Hornets on the road, but the Bulls are at home. I think they go home and put it down on them, man. I think all the suspension stuff is done. All that fatigue, the mental fatigue from what happened with Melo, all is done. I think they get ahead and they roll. Chicago, let me check and see if there's any injuries actually right now. Let me say that. Yes, of course, Jalen Smith. Yeah, Anthony Simmons out, Jaden Ivey. So yeah, they don't have it. I don't think they have the firepower to keep up with the Hornets right now. All right, so and again, this is a 5 to 10% game. It's probably 10% for me, right? Even though I hate betting against the Bulls, but if you out for you, I would 10% this thing to death. All right, this is 10% all day. I don't know what things. Again, if you can tell me something, you drop it in the comment section about how many things and what things can go and would have to go wrong in order for them to lose that game. If you can say that in confidence and let me know what the answer to that is, then we can talk. But until then, I will have to say that no. That's going to be a Hornets win. Let's move right along to our next game. In our next game of the day, we have the Hornets. No, I'm sorry. Damn it. I just said that right. I'm so geeked on the Hornets. I'm going to go crazy, right? I can't touch it, right? I can't hands off. But listen, we got the Miami Heat going to play the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's ask the Scrolls about this. I know where I'm going with this. You know how I feel about the Florida boys. But let me go ahead and ask the Scrolls what she thinks. Hey, so the Miami Heat are playing the Milwaukee Bucks today. Give me a breakdown of that game.
Got it. Heat versus Bucks tonight. Let's break it down quick. Yeah, Caleb. Pre-game breakdown for the Miami Heat at Milwaukee Bucks tonight. February 24th, 2026. 8 p.m. Eastern at Fiserv Forum. Heat 31-27. Solid road form. 5-3 ATS lately. Defense clamps. Top 10 opponent points. Butler if healthy. Hurro splashing threes. Injuries. Terry Rozier out. Not with team. Nikola Jovic back doubtful. Davion Mitchell illness questionable. Perimeter depth hit. Bucks 27-32. Home decent but struggling. Offense leaky without Giannis. Calf questionable. 10th miss. Lillard steady, but Bucks 3-7 ATS last 10 home. No major outs beyond Giannis. Portis, Lopez full go. Odds. Heat minus 6.5 spread. Minus 110. Money line. minus 235 to minus 245. Bucks plus 190 to plus 200. Total 228 to 229. Leans over. Heat push pace. Bucks leak if Giannis sits. Trends. Heat covered 3 of last 5 road. Bucks won 5 home versus top half East. Head to head. MIA won last 2 by double digits. Butler owns Milwaukee. My lean. Heat cover. They're deeper. Butler feasts on Bucks then deep.
Are you talking about Jimmy Butler? No.
Plays,
okay, look.
Bucks
all right, bros. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I let it go. I know. I heard it. I know y'all out there were like, yo, is he gonna let us out? Yeah, I just let Scrolls. Gotta let her get it out. Because hopefully she's rebooting. All right, because again, let me just tell Scrolls. Hey, Scrolls, you gotta do better research. All right, because Jimmy Butler doesn't play for the Miami Heat anymore.
Got it. Let me double check Butler's status.
And he's hurt. He's not even playing for the Golden State Warriors, Scrolls. Listen, Scrolls, we'll talk about that later. All right, we don't. That's family business. We don't want to. It's you guys are family too, but that's me. That's between me and Scrolls, man. All right. So listen, let's go back to it. So, but again, when it comes to the Heat Bucks, that's what we like to see. All right, we like to see this spread, especially if you are going to fade away. I am fading the Heat, man. The Heat have gotten me in so much trouble. The Magic have got me in so much trouble between the two of them. I don't know. Again, they both good teams, but not good when I bet on them. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I have to lean towards my personal bias. And again, the Milwaukee Bucks are a great team. We talked about that. Without Giannis, they're a great team. You know what I'm saying? They don't need, they're great shooters. They got a good core. They don't play basketball. And they're at home. All right? Miami's on the road. They got to leave sunny Miami, come down to shitty Milwaukee, right? That's going to have something to do with things, all right? So they might be able to, again, I think that line is very great. I think it's bad. It's not supposed to be that way, but again, it's in our favor, so we're going to go ahead and rally behind the Bucks. Perfect mundo. Moving on. All right, next game of the day, we have the Warriors. All right, we have the Warriors playing the... Hey, we have the Warriors playing the New Orleans Pelicans. Give me a breakdown of that game. Uh-oh. Did I make Scrolls upset? I hurt her feelings. Might have hurt the Scrolls' feelings, guys. If I did that, I apologize. But hey, you know what? We need to get this right for the people. Scrolls. Damn it. Damn it, Scrolls. Let me see. Warriors Pelicans, though. Who am I going with? I'm going with the Pelicans, I'm going to be honest with you. So against another under. Yes, sir. Again, Warriors don't have, let's see what they got. Let's look at the injury report. The Warriors are still out. Draymond Green is questionable. Al Horford is questionable. DeAndre Melton questionable. Kristaps out. Steph out. Seth out. Jimmy out. Caleb's out. Golden Scrolls are out on the Golden State Warriors because of that case. Zion's healthy. Let me look. Zion's healthy, right? Yeah, Zion's healthy. Only person that got out is Murphy and Missy, and DeJounte Murray is available. So, yeah, for that reason, we're going to take that, and there's going to be some good change on that. We go 5% of the portfolio out. What we do? 10. Double it. It's going to be doubling it. It's going to be doubling it. We're going to be doubling it. We'll take it. All day, every day, all day. Let's go on to the next game. All right, we're going Celtics Suns here. Okay, the Celtics, very good NBA team. They have been balling out just like they're supposed to. They don't. Let me see. Actually, let me see. Oh no, then my internet just died. Oh no, my phone died. The internet's gonna be out. All right, so I'll have to battle this out. Okay, so when it comes to this game, the Celtics and the Suns, it's one of those things where, guys, I'm leaning towards the Celtics. I don't know if the line should be as big as it is. It says, the last time I checked, it was 69% Celtics, 32% Suns. The Suns, let me see, are they out without Devin Booker? Let me see. Devin Booker's out. Dylan Brooks out. Grayson Allen questionable. Boston Celtics, Jaylen Brown questionable. What? All right, so okay, that's one of them games, guys. See, I can tell you something right now, but you got to keep your ear to the streets because the shit can change at the drop of a dime, right? If Jaylen Brown doesn't play in that game, that changes things. I think Jason Tatum. I said the other day, when the Celtics beat, I think the Lakers, that Jason Tatum he's a cherry on top. But Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum out. I mean, they don't. That's both your star players, right? Now the Suns are used to it. I mean, Devin Booker has been out a lot of times. Dylan Brooks, he's out. I don't know, he's out for an injury now. He's suspended. He gets through a lot of shit. So they used to kind of playing without their guys. They have a good team. So head to head without these star players, I'm thinking I'll take the Suns. So I don't know if I'm gonna ride Celtics, man. Because again, Jaylen Brown again. If Jaylen Brown ends up not playing, then I need you guys to probably evacuate that bet. But if he does end up playing, I mean, I think it's safe. All right, moving along. Here we go. The Timberwolves versus the Blazers. Okay, now again, to trust Ant Edwards or to not trust Ant Edwards. Now again, I don't want to put it all on him. You know what I mean? But he's the star player of that team. Anytime you're the star player of the team, you get the responsibility, all right? Just like LeBron has been shunned for always taking all the applause and none of the shun. No, you got to take the rise and shine, right? You got to take the sunshine and the shit. And Anthony Edwards, I don't know what it is about him sometimes, but he just gets through these droughts. Well, like I don't know, as winning and being the team, and being the guy, the go-to guy to make sure his team's not going to lose versus these terrible teams, so that people like us can make these sure bets, and he can be a sure bet. All right, and they're looking at 68% Timberwolves, 33% Portland. I can't put that much faith in them right now, unfortunately. That's what I'm saying. I can't put that much faith in Anthony Edwards right now, even though I love the kid. I think he's going to be great. I think he's the face of the NBA. If nobody said it, I guess what? Nobody's saying it like 100%, like it's permanent, like he is the guy. You know what I'm saying? People are saying this guy. No, he's the guy. But again, he got out of Minnesota anyway. I don't know. Minnesota's not the team. They're just one of them teams that I'm not going to be doing it right now. They're nowhere near the Hawks, or I'm not even comfortable playing with the Hawks going over that 10% with them. All right, so that's 1 or 2%. If anything, Timberwolves, I don't know. But Portland might get them. Who knows? But I'm riding Timberwolves. Let's see. Might be the last time they let me down tonight. Golly. Tell you. All right, Magic Lakers. You know where I'm going with this one? Just like I went with the Heat, they let me down. I don't know. Lakers, now again, the Lakers I feel like they are overpriced right now in this game. Let's see. Actually, I can go see it now. My internet's back. Oh, these phones, the hotspot, everything is just crazy. You gotta get it together, man. Golly, it's tough. Putting it together, trying to put the show together for you guys, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put it out because I have to. Because you guys need to know. So you have to know. But back to it, man. Listen. 65% Lakers, 36% Magic. I don't know why. Now again, what are we looking at? Let's look at the injuries. Lakers, Jackson Hayes out. Orlando, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner. So I'm guessing it's the Luka effect, the LeBron effect, the Austin Reeves effect. But again, the Magic are a good team. They just don't seem to be a good team for me, and I don't know why. They can't be good. What the song say? Just be good to me. I don't care about the others. Just be good to me, and they not good to me. You know what I mean? So again, I'm not playing with them today. I think that I don't know if this line should be this way. And again, I don't think this is a 10% game, anything like that. Even though it's looking like it's starting to creep up there, but maybe 1-2% might be pretty okay. Of course, okay. So that's all of our games for today, guys. We went 1-2 yesterday. It just wasn't enough games, right? I hate that because you got to go perfect or you got to go. I should just win one game. I should just went 10% Houston Rockets, honestly. But I'll discuss that strategy with you guys, and that's one of the things I'm going to start doing. I'm also going to be creating soon a webinar that I'm going to discuss the 10% rule. All right, so look forward for that. But until then, don't forget to go over to the Golden Scrolls predictions page. You can get through the YouTube. It's a link there. Go sign up for the newsletter. Go get the checklist. All right, the straight bet checklist, so you guys can, rest assured that you're doing the right thing while you're predicting. Don't forget to join the inner circle. All right, join the community group. We talk about, exclusive things there, exclusive drops, exclusive contests, all exclusivity stuff there. And don't forget again to keep watching, keep listening. Again, you gotta listen to this one, right? I'm gonna get the camera together, man. But yeah, thanks for listening. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like. All right, happy predicting. I'm out.